Well, people, it's time to get you on tour. First of all, open the game board and place it at the center of your playing area. Now, take the Tour Cards deck, shuffle it, and place it face down next to the game board. Do the same with the Food Card deck. Then, take the Festival Cards deck, shuffle it, draw, and reveal 5 festival cards, arranging them in a column near the game board. Put the unused festival cards back in the box. They will not be used in this game. Place 1 festival token on each festival card. Next, take the Live Cards deck, shuffle it, and place it face down near the revealed festival cards. Do the same with the Venue Cards deck. Finally, shuffle each Merch Cards deck and place them next to the game board. Now, let's prepare each player's area. Each player gets a van board and place it in front of them. Give each player their colors pieces. They need to place one of their vans on the first space of the van board, one van on the starting space of the map board, and their tour point discs on the 10th space of the tour point track. Each player then receives 3 backline cards. Put each card in the appropriate slot of their van board, on their grayed out side. Flip only the blue backline card on its colored side. Now, each player receives their food token and chooses its side. It will define which food cards will be beneficial to them. Then, take the 4 crew member tokens and place them next to their van board. Each player chooses 1 crew member token and places it in the first available slot of their van board. Now, each player takes their Gain Booster box and sets their knob on level 1. Don't forget to assemble the plastic knobs. Lastly, each player draws 8 venue cards from the venue deck and 1 card from each merch deck. Now, choose a starting player, which receives 5 credits. Then, going clockwise, the second player gets 6 credits, the third 7 credits, and the fourth 8 credits. You are now ready to rock! In the last gig, you'll throw your dice to move on the map and resolve the space you decide to stop on. Players do their turns one at a time going clockwise. At the start of your turn, roll 2 dice. You must move your van up to that rolled number. For example, if you roll a 7, you can move forward up to 7 spaces or stop earlier. You cannot stop in a space that is already occupied by another player. Once you stop, resolve the space. Here's how. When stopping on a gray space, you simply crank your Gain Booster knob up by 1. When stopping on a yellow space, that's a tour space. Simply draw a card from the tour deck and resolve it. First, increase or decrease your Gain Booster knob by the number in the bottom left corner of the card. Next, gain or lose the tour points depicted in the bottom right corner of the card. Most of the cards have an orange box, which gives you instructions to follow. Follow them closely. In the upper right corner of each card, there's a symbol, which tells you how the card behaves. There are 4 types of cards. The instant cards apply their effects as soon as you draw them. Then you must discard them. The hazard cards must be placed on your van board's hazard space. They usually give you a continuous effect for a limited number of turns. You can discard them once their text instructs you to do so. The keep and play cards can be held in your hand and played in later turns, following their text. There's no limit to the number of keep and play cards you can have. The tableau cards must be played in front of you, faced up. They have continuous beneficial effects, like small bonuses to your actions. When stopping on a red space, that's a food space. Just draw a card from the food deck and resolve it. Food cards behave similarly to tour cards, with a small exception. When you draw a food card, look at the bottom of the card. If you choose to be a carnivore during the setup, you'll gain or lose tour points depicted in the bottom left red circle. If you choose to be a veggie instead, gain or lose the tour points depicted in the bottom right green circle. When stopping on a car dealer space, players can spend credits to upgrade their van. Simply pay 15 credits to move your van on the second space of the van board and get 15 tour points. Or spend 25 credits to advance your van from the second to the third and last space of the van board and get 25 tour points. Expanding your van will give you more space for crew members, more space to store merch cards, and boost your speed by using the special 12-sided die. Also, the third space of your van will allow you to buy the powerful Level 3 backline card. When stopping in a rainbow space, that's a music store space. Here, you can pay the cost of the next level of the backline to flip it on its colored side. Level 2 backline costs 15 credits and gives you 15 tour points. Level 3 backline costs 25 credits and awards you with 25 tour points. When stopping in an orange space, that's a shop. You can pay 1 credit to draw a card from the corresponding merch deck. For example, if you stop at a tea shop, you can draw cards from the tea merch deck. You can draw any number of cards, paying 1 credit for each card. When finished, discard merch cards until you get to your merch card hand limit, depicted on your van board. Merch cards can be sold after your live shows for the depicted number of credits or tour points. When stopping on a blue space, that's a record store. You can sell any merch card you have there, earning half of the depicted amount of credits or tour points. Once you reach a space with the colored microphone, that's a venue space. It's time to rock! First of all, check if you have a venue card the same color as the space you've stopped. Then, check your gain level is equal to or greater than the one depicted on the card. If so, you can go on stage. First, collect the tour points on the card, and collect the credits listed on the color of your backline. Then, draw a live card. Resolve it as usual, but don't throw it away yet. It's time for a spin. Spin the rock wheel. Multiply the result to your gain level and get that many tour points. You can even get negative points. Lastly, you can sell your merch. These 3 orange boxes in the live card you draw tells you what merch you can sell and in how many cards. Sell your merch cards accordingly for credits or tour points. The live show finished. Turn your gain booster knob down to 1. Place this completed venue card at the left of your van. You're 1 card closer to completing your tour. The game goes on until 1 player completes their 5th live show. All other players can play 1 final turn, and then the player with the most points is the winner.